Hello loves, you welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be showing you how to get your quick makeup done. So I started by going into my course RS snail motion to hydrate my face, then moved into my simple moisturizer to moisturize my face, and right now I am going into my Becca primer to prime my face. So I'm basically using it on my T-zone, places that get really oily, and I'm massaging it in. And once I am done with this, I went into my L'Oreal True Match foundation. I'm using both shades to get my actual shade, and yes, I'm trying to see if it matches, and you can see it's a super match. Now I'm using my Damn Beauty blender to press it into my skin. So guys, if you are new to my page, my name is Adekunle Ifeoluwa. You can also call me the Alpha Glam. And this look was for church. Yes, it was in the morning and I was getting ready for church. I'm like, it's been a while we've had a get ready with me look and a fast makeup tutorial, so I decided to film this look, and I really hope you will love it. Yes, so right now I'm just blending the foundation into my forehead, into my hairline, to make sure everything is seamless and looks good. So guys, if you are going out for an outing and you don't want to do so much and you just need a quick bit, this video is for you. So once I was done with this, I went into my LA Girl Pro concealer in chestnut and I applied it under my eyes. So I'm using this to highlight my face, basically where I want it to look brighter and lighter. So that will be under my eyes, of my forehead, my nose and my chin. So right now I'm applying it under my second eyes, and I'll also be applying it on my forehead. So guys, this look is pretty simple, very simple. You moisturize, you prime, you use your foundation, you go into your concealer and you set. By the time you are done with the look, you can get the look done in 25 minutes. I got this look done in less than 25 minutes, and guys, you are good to go. Just something to make you look good for any outing you are going for. So right now I'm still blending my concealer into my forehead and trying to make it match. So still blending, yes. And guys, remember, blending is key. If you are used to my tutorials, you know how much I emphasize on blending. Yes, you blend so that everything will match together and nobody would know where the difference between the products are sitting. So once I am done with this, I used my beauty blender, the part where I used for my foundation. I turned it around and I used it to blend in my foundation and my concealer. So you can see there's no ash line on my face. Everything is blending into each other, so you can't know where my concealer is starting from and where my foundation is starting from. So right now I'm going into my favorite powder, that's the Milani pressed powder, and I'm using that under my eyes. So the places where I used my concealer is the same place I'm going to be using. I'm using my face pad. You can also use a brush to set that place depending on what you want to achieve, but I'm using my face pad here because it is easier and it touches the inner corners of my eyes. So you see how I can press it in and it's getting into where I want it to be. Yes, so that is why I'm using it, and it's actually very cheap. It retails for 500 naira, so you can get this, and when you want to also touch up your makeup, you use it. Super nice, a nice product. I like the initiative by the person, anybody that started it. So right now I'm going into my Bharat powder. It's a powder palette. I have dark powder shades in it, so I'm using that to set the rest of my face. So places where I did not use my Milani powder, I'll be using a dark powder to set the place. And you have to make sure the powder is the same shade as your skin tone, like same color, so that you don't look lighter than the rest of your body. And that is what I am doing right now. I'm sorry I'm using the mirror to cover up some parts. I'm sorry, it is inevitable. Even though I try hard not to make that happen, it still happens, but it's not that bad. So I'm using my powder, still the powder from the Bharat face palette, to contour and set the rest of my face. So I'm using a dark shade. So the dark shade is basically acting as a contour too, and I'm just using this all over my face. And right now I'm using a light blush, something just really light at the apple of my chin, places where I just want the place to look illuminated and blended. I'm just blending out with my powder. So guys, you have to know how to blend in all this together. Right now I'm going into my Beauty by Hades setting powder, and I'm using that to set my under eyes. So I just want that place to be extra matte. And guys, if you notice the way I'm bringing out the powder, I'm putting it in an upward dimension, so in a V shape towards the edges of my eyes. So that is just to lift up your face. Yes, and that is what I'm doing right now, is to lift up your face and make it look lifted. I know I'm repeating the same words, but that is just the essence of it. So by the time you are done with your makeup, your face looks lifted and looks really accentuated. Right now I went into a dark powder just to achieve a little pointed nose. I was not really going into the pointed nose, but I still wanted my nose to look good and nice. At least I wanted it to be accentuated, and that is what I'm trying to achieve right now. And after this, I'm still going into that to make sure the nose is snatched, not so snatched, but at least just give me that illusion. And right now I am brushing up my brows, and after brushing my brows, I'm going into my pencil. So guys, when you're going for a light glam, you don't need to really draw your brows. You don't need to be so serious with it. Just fill it in lightly and you're good to go. And this is essentially the reason why you need brows. When you are carving or shaping your brows, please don't cut it off totally. You just need something there to just fill it in and you are good to go. The girls that get it, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying right now. And once I'm done with this, I'm brushing my brows, and Stephanie, that's all you need. And right now for my eyeshadow, I just wanted a smoky look, not something too much, not something too out there. So I'll just be using a dark brown on my highlights. Basically it's the same color I use for contouring my face, I'm using for my eyes, just to make it look a little bit darker and pretty. You don't want so much, not so much. And guys, that is one of the key about makeup. Not so much actually looks really good. And right now I'm going into my kajal for my under eyes. If you know this kajal, everybody knows this kajal on my YouTube channel. If you watch my video, you know this kajal already. So I'm using that, and I'm trying to tightline my eyes. That is why I'm using it on my upper lids. Yes, and this is just to make my eyes pop and look good, brighter. Once I'm done with this, I went into my V eyeliner to line my eyes. So I'm just bringing out a little bit of line, not too much, just to accentuate that place a little bit. So just little, because we just want to do something soft, so you don't want to do something too extra. And if you are already having a long eyeliner, there's no how you'll be forced to want to do a lot more. And right now I'm going into my favorite mascara of all times. That's the Zaron Lengthy mascara. I'm using it on my lashes and it just pops my lashes out. I'm also using it under my eyes, so there's this beauty brings to my eyelashes, like they look longer and fuller. And yes, mascara done. And after this, I'll be going into my lips. I'll be going into the same Milai pencil I use for my brows to line my lips. For lining my lips, you want to, if you feel like, you can overline it or you can underline it. Overline it is when you are putting it above the lip line, like your normal outline of your lips, you are putting it above. While underlining is you are putting it beneath your lip line. But right here I just did regular type. I did not overline too much, I just left it. Then now I'm using the Avon lip stain in 34. Yes, and I'm just using that as a base first. I prefer using a base before going into a gloss so that the gloss can last longer. And right now I'm going into my Zickel dark gloss. It is a nude gloss palette and they have really beautiful colors. So I'm using the dark brown on top to line my lips and just accentuate the brown that I created with my Milai lip liner. And yes, you can see my lips are already looking popping. And once I'm done with this, I'm going into my Zickel nude. Yes, so that's what I showed you just now. I'm using the nude in it just to bring out nude. Yes, so you can see the color. Yes, just to pop the lips, and the lips look yummy. Yeah. So now once I'm done with this, I'm brushing away the excess powder of the setting powder under my eyes, and you can see that place looks brighter, accentuated, beautiful. And if you want to just make it pop out more, you can go into your powder, your pressed powder, the one that is your shade or a little bit lighter than your shade, under your eyes, just to bring out the beauty. And that is what I am doing here. And guys, you can see the girl looks pretty good already. There's no how you have this type of makeup and put on your wig or anything you are doing and just go out. People will still stare because you will look good. So this is what a simple subtle makeup looks like. You don't need to go too out, like put too much. Right now I'm going into my blush, and that's the blush palette by the V Beauty. I'm using a nice orange there, and I don't know, blush just makes the look come together. Yes, so the lips the look comes together when you use blush. It just brings that beautiful color to your face. It just illuminates your face kind of, and that is what I have done here. All right, now I'm going into my TM Essential highlighter. Yes, it's the liquid highlighter, and I like using it because it just gives that liquid glow to your face and just allows you to shine all over. So I'm using my beauty blender to apply that, and you can see it looks yummy. So I'm using it at the center of my nose and at the bridge of my nose, just something to just make everything look good together. So this is me just trying to make sure everything look super good, and you can see every aspect of my face is shining, my forehead, the apple of my cheeks and all. Now I went into my Minimalist slow white spray, and I'm spraying my face so that everything can come together. And yes, it is literally a bath. I bat myself with setting spray. And guys, this is the final look. I look super good. So right now I'll be tying my gilly. I already made a tutorial of how I tied my gilly, and you can find it on my shorts. And this is how I look like. Oosh, who is this African Barbie? African sexy Barbie. So a tutorial of how I achieved this gele is currently on my YouTube shorts, and this is the finished look, and I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And if you do, kindly like, subscribe and drop your comment. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, bye.